Eamon here from Lock Barbell, doing a video on the safety squat bar, the benefits, the uses, and some suggested methods for it. I put a video up there the other day of a 225 kilo safety squat bar that I've done here in Lock Barbell using the Strength Shop safety squat bar. Probably one of the whippiest safety squat bars I've ever used, so wouldn't really recommend buying one of them. I'm using the FTS one, and I've used one in Matt Wenning's gym in Lewis Magnus, and they're very sturdy, so might be looking to get a sturdier one going forward. But so the safety squat bar is actually originally named the Hatfield bar, invented by Dr. Fred Hatfield. Dr. Fred Hatfield was also known as Dr. Squat. So if you don't know him, look him up. He's got some amazing information, and he wasn't called Dr. Squat for nothing. So the idea behind the safety squat bar is, the first reason is that you can use the safety squat bar if you have a torn bicep, a torn pec, or shoulder issues, or any of that sort of kind of thoracic spine issues that doesn't allow you to get your hands in that position. Because the safety squat bar handles are here. However, though, that's not the only function of it. And as everything in weightlifting and powerlifting goes, they found other functions for it. So, number one reason for using safety squat bar is if you're injured. Second reason, more the reason why I would use it, is I'm a low bar squatter. So safety squat bar is like an ultimate high bar. It puts me in that really bent over position. The bar rests just on my neck, and it really challenges me and challenges my quads in a way that I can't really do in a normal back squat. So that's one of the reasons I use it. Second reason you use it, it alleviates some pressure from my shoulder joints and my elbows. Like, I'm 150 kilos plus, so trying to put my hand back every single time, I'm squatting 2 or 3 times a week, is not the smartest thing. Bill Kazmaier once said to me when he was over for a seminar that thought he would have bench pressed 700 pounds if he didn't have to get under a squat bar every week like this. If he had the ability to get into a bar like that, he would have been able to put his squat 700 because it saved his pecs and his shoulders. So that's the two main reasons for using the safe squat bar. Third reason is just variability. If you constantly just train with a back squat and you never change it up, your body just gets really accommodated to it. So the use of safe squat bar throws just a different variable into it, and it kind of pushes you to challenge yourself in a way that you haven't challenged yourself before. Now, like, we have found that safe squat bar is a great bar for underloading the squat, and what I mean underloading is when we want to do a heavy squat but we don't want to put our full maximum load on the bar. So Jake is a great example. Jake can squat 360 kilos, but his best safety squat bar on that bar on the Strength Shop is the 275. But the effort he put into the 275 is as much effort as he put into the 360. So therefore the central nervous system doesn't understand weight, it just understands effort, and the muscles as well. So therefore he was able to develop maximal effort and develop maximal strength, but by also keeping nearly 80 kilos off his spine, which allows us to keep him healthier longer. So that's kind of one of the reasons to do it. So there's loads of ways you can use the safe squat bar. The easiest way I can tell you to do it is, most people are squatting 2 or 3 times a week at the moment. Most people are not squatting once a week. So my suggestion to you is keep your comp squat, or whatever your day 1 squat is, normal. And on day 2, use your safety squat bar. And use it in the rep ranges that you would normally do. So a lighter squat day, if you're using 5+ reps, do whatever you need to be doing. And you'll notice a big change in your pressing, but you'll also notice a big change in your squat. It'll push you to be better at squatting. Now, if you're using it in a conjugate style fashion, where you're changing the exercise every week and you're doing a max effort on it, my suggestion would be a safety squat bar every 3 to 4 weeks, and whatever variant you want to do on that. Another way that we do it here in Lock Barbell is when we do deload weeks, or we do kind of like a higher volume phase after competition, or kind of when we don't have a competition coming up. we'll do 3 or 4 weeks of only safety squat bar squatting because of that underload. We're keeping that kind of weight off our spine, but also still making our legs work and still making everything else work. And we also find that really builds up your squatting ability by pushing that in the volume phases. Now, and that's another thing is if you like suffer from tendonitis from doing low bar squats and you're doing sets of 5, sets of like 6+ reps on low bar squats, why? You know what I mean? Like get under safety squat bar, do the same thing, and don't destroy your elbows for what really? Like for specificity? Well, 6+ reps isn't specificity anyway. So you might as well get under a safety squat bar when you're doing that kind of volume. Strongman out there, because Nicky Whelan asked me to put a video up on Chris Davison. Just don't squat with a straight bar. Why? If you're doing log presses and axles and everything else you're doing with your shoulders, why would you put yourself in that position where you have to work on that mobility and all that kind of cranking of the rotator cuff and elbow tendonitis when you put a safety squat bar or a camber bar, crank out the reps, get your legs stronger because we don't squat in competition, it's very rare, and just use the squat as a tool towards getting stronger strongman. So safe squat bar, camber bar. Brian Shaw is a big believer in that. He never squats with a straight bar, always squats with a safe squat bar. So I just think people are dogmatic in sticking to a straight bar, an Olympic straight bar, and I feel like they think that's the only way to go. But let me put this question in your mind: if powerlifting turned around tomorrow and changed the back squat to a safety squat bar squat, would everyone just start squatting with a safety squat bar all the time? Because that's pretty much it. Powerlifting decided that the back squat, the bench press, and the deadlift were the 3 competitive exercises, so therefore they are the kings of exercises. They're not really. Multifunction compound movements are the king of exercises. Doesn't really mean that a conventional deadlift is any more important than a sumo deadlift, or any more important than a trap bar deadlift. When powerlifting first started, bicep curl was one of the events. Don't think deadlift was even in it. So be a little bit more outside of what you're thinking, and try to push your training in regards to what you need and not what you think everyone else thinks you need. Like, that's kind of one thing I would say, is that people seem to not want to change because they don't know how to change. But if you understand the ideas and the principles of programming, it doesn't really matter if you're using a safety squat bar or a straight bar, unless you're a competitive powerlifter, and even then it doesn't really matter until you're about 6 to 8 weeks out anyway. If you have any ideas for any more videos, let me know. Any questions on deadlift and bench press and powerlifting prep, programming, training in general, different bars, conjugate system, anything like that, just let me know, comment underneath, and thank you very much for listening.